So many people talk about inequality, injustices, and they fight for the rights of everyone, and I applaud you. That's wonderful. But we have to be very careful, because the truth is, the way of equality is an energetic vibrational frequency that you learn to become and you learn to function as. Okay? If we can measure this frequency, the amount of people, even the ones that speak up and speak out against injustices like misogyny and racism and animal cruelty, for example, are you actually functioning as the vibrational frequency of the way of equality yourselves? And here's the truth, take a breath, because this is a tough one to hear. Most of you aren't anywhere fucking close to what the way of equality is. Not even close. If you want to understand why and how, then I invite you to read the 20 Universal Ways of Oneness. All of the ways of oneness prior to becoming the way of equality, which is number 9, you have to become the previous ways of oneness energetically, vibrationally. You have to resonate at previous ways of oneness first, otherwise you're nowhere near functioning as the way of equality. So what is the way of equality? This is part 1. Living in the way of equality means that you realize at a soul level that no other living thing is either inferior or superior to you. Every soul is exactly equal to another soul, no matter what physical form they have incarnated into. Your soul is a divine expression of sameness as another soul, even though you inhabit different bodies. This means you can suddenly see past the color of one's skin to the true divinity that they are while incarnated as a particular race. You can suddenly see the divinity in a cow or a chicken, a honeybee or a crane, a man from Kenya or a woman from New Guinea, a dolphin or a lizard, a tree or a mountain, an insect or a worm, a child or an elderly person, a boy with autism or a girl with Down syndrome. There is no creature or being that is superior to another. All lives matter equally. Every being's life matters, period. We are all the same despite our beautiful and unique differences in our various incarnated forms. The way of equality naturally arises out of all of these traits that we can become. Instead of resisting and fighting all of the empaths of the world, for example, who speak out, rise up, and promote the end of the torture and massacre of the earth, of animals, rainforests, oceans, nature, lay down your defensive guards and follow these teachers. They are here to show you a new way, a way that involves aspects of oneness that allow for all of the beings of our beloved Mother Earth to live in peace and harmony. To truly function in equality, people need to understand how they substantiate inequality. There are 2 main ways. 1, to be the perpetrator who creates, speaks, and carries out prejudices against others. The person who plays superior. We've all seen them, haven't we? And 2, the martyr. The martyr who drowns in victim consciousness and disempowerment. You know, the person who plays inferior. There is no true inequality unless both parties play out their chosen role, reflecting either a superior position or an inferior one. 2 sides of the same inequality coin. When we act out these positions of duality, inequality is manifested into our experienced realities. The truth is, no inequality exists in absolute truth. We as formless beings, that doesn't exist. But we play out these stupid roles because we've been brainwashed to do so. So what role do you tend to play out? What do you create on this earth? Are you one that creates more superiority, vibrational frequencies and roles and behaviors? Or are you one that likes to play the inferiority side of things? Either way, you're not functioning as the way of equality. And it is no one else's fault but yours. Let that sink in.